following its theatrical release in July, Nope definitely seems to have a sequel coming up next. The film was a huge success at the box office, pulling in more than $149 million. While nothing's officially in the works right now, it appears Jordan Peele wants to expand upon the story that he told with Nope. He recently mentioned this in an interview and fans have been ecstatic since. First off, Peele hinted at the possibility of a Nope sequel. Given the terrifying storyline of the movie, fans are super excited to see what Jordan does next. Many are still making theories about it, going over the small details that were left unexplained. But one popular fan theory may have led to him giving away just a hint that a sequel to Nope could be possible. In an interview with the New York Times, he was asked about a mysterious character that has people making different kinds of speculations. Peele hinted that there was more to come about the character, with more stories to be told within the universe this film's set in. He probably didn't want to give away everything he's planned right now, but he did confirm that the stories explored during the events of Nope were not the only ones that exist in the universe. So even though we don't have official confirmation from the studio, this means there may be another story to come. Next up, will the sequel bring back the Nobody character? Fans who've paid close attention to the trailers for Nope will probably know about the mysterious character in question. It's a man who appeared briefly in the clip but didn't end up being featured in the movie itself. In the trailer, the guy played by Michael Busch can be seen casually walking ahead as terrified people run in the opposite direction. In the credits on IMDb's official website, he's listed as a character called Nobody. What exactly Peele had in mind with him is yet to be revealed. In his same interview, he spoke about how he developed the film to be best enjoyed on the big screen. The goal was to make an experience for audiences that would help remind them how much better some movies can be when watched in the theaters. Perhaps thinking that way came with many creative ideas, some of which ultimately didn't make the final cut of the film, such as this mysterious character we saw in the trailer. Since he's the reason why Jordan opened up about the possibility of a sequel, we think it could likely feature Nobody. Perhaps this is the reason why he was also cut from the movie as to be included in the next one. What's more, Jordan also discussed the upright shoe theory. During the interview, Peele also opened up about the gravity-defying shoe that confused a lot of viewers. Fans may remember during the Gordy's home scene, Jupe sees his co-star's shoe, having been lost at some point during the chaos, pointing up at the sky. While talking about it, he said that from a character-driven standpoint, the scene's about a moment in which a dissociative psychological switch gets flipped for the character. Although he politely declined to say more, this does explain some fan theories. Some have suggested that the improbably balanced item was in fact an example of the kind of bad miracle Daniel Kaluuya's character mentioned in the film. Others have said that the whole Star Lasso experience show was interpreted as a good luck charm by Jupe, prompting him to hold onto it as some sort of lucky rabbit's foot alternative, but things ended up quite disastrous. Whatever the truth may be, it's quite surprising that in a movie about an enormous UFO literally sucking people, it was a single upright shoe that chilled viewers to the core. Not to mention, the film's success definitely calls for a sequel. One of the reasons why we think Nope deserves a sequel is because it's been so popular among viewers and critics alike. Sure, Get Out and Us were massive hits too, in fact even more, but something about this one definitely calls for a sequel. Perhaps it's the genre or the way the story wrapped up, but there's a lot that was left unexplained by the end compared to Peele's previous two films, so a sequel or a spin-off, perhaps one about the Nobody character, would be great. While it's doing really well so far at the US box office, it represents the biggest creative risk Peele has taken so far as a filmmaker. This is because it's an extremely distinctive film that tells a unique story, all the while paying clear homage to the iconic blockbusters directed by Steven Spielberg in the 1970s and 1980s. Jordan has been a surprise hit in the horror and now sci-fi community, having a popular comedic career prior, notably with Comedy Central's Key and Peele. Recently, a fan posted online that after Nope, he might just be the best horror director ever. He objected to this humorously by saying he loves the fans' enthusiasm but will not tolerate any John Carpenter slander. He also listed Alfred Hitchcock, Stanley Kubrick, and even Steven Spielberg as major influences on his projects. Let's hope this sequel actually ends up happening so that we have more exciting things to look forward to. Daniel Kaluuya shared his experience producing Honk for Jesus while filming Nope. After receiving global recognition for his on-screen performance in Peele's Get Out and an Academy Award for Judas and the Black Messiah, Daniel's now worked behind the camera to produce the satirical comedy Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. The Focus Features film, which premiered on the 2nd of September in theaters and on Peacock, follows the comeback journey of Pastor Lee Curtis Childs and his wife after a scandal threatens their elite status. The pastor is played by Sterling K. Brown and his wife Trinity is played by Regina Hall. Kaluuya, who produced the film through his company 59%, said he sees the comedy as elevating the mockumentary genre. He first became involved with the project when writer and director Adama Ebo floated the idea of having Regina Hall play the role of Trinity. When asked if he had any particularly memorable moments during production, he said there were many, but he couldn't really be a part of it all because he was filming Nope side by side. So it was a very different experience for him to be doing two different projects at the same time, but we're glad to see that both of them ended up successful. Next up, Nope's Gordy Gordy appears to be just as terrifying in BTS images as in the film. During a recent discussion with Nope's visual effects supervisor Guillaume Richeron, we got to learn about how Gordy was shown on screen. He talked about how the computer-generated chimpanzee was created on screen, and after looking at the newly released BTS images, it seems like Terry Notary, the actor who played Gordy, looks just as terrifying as the creature did in the film. To bring it to life in the movie, Richeron said they began by building an oversized set in which every prop was 30% larger than normal size. This way, Terry could interact with the objects on set and everything would appear to be at chimp scale. When it was time to actually film the scene, they used a total of 7 witness cameras and employed FOCAP, which is a variation of a traditional motion capture setup. This allowed him to deliver a raw performance at the moment, with visual effects added later to create the terrifying chimpanzee that audiences know as Gordy. Cool, right? Lastly, Netflix releases a new teaser trailer of Wendell and Wild. This week has been filled with updates about Netflix's fall movie slate, with the streaming service announcing release dates and other details about a bunch of upcoming films. Among them is Wendell and Wild, a stop-motion animated horror comedy that'll be directed by the legendary Henry Selick, who also directed Coraline and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Interestingly enough, it'll have Jordan Peele too, voicing one of the primary characters and producing at the same time. Netflix has released a new teaser trailer for the film. From the looks of it, we'll be seeing 2 scheming demon brothers, Wendell and Wild, taking help from a 13-year-old Cat Elliott to summon them to the land of the living. Sounds pretty fun. The film also stars Angela Bassett, James Hong, Sam Zelaya, Tamara Smart, Seema Virdi, and many more. It appears to be a stacked cast, and we're excited to see how it compares to Selick's previous works. We're also looking forward to seeing how well Peele adjusts to his animated character. The last time we saw him in front of the camera was in Peter Atencio's mystery comedy Keanu in 2016. It's also been announced that the film will play in select theaters on the 21st of October, followed by a debut on the streaming platform on the 28th. Before this, it'll have its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on the 11th of September. And that's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on a potential Nope sequel? Is there anything in particular you'd like to see in the film? Let us know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell notification for similar videos. See you in the next one.